announcements. Are we all good? Okay. So tonight I get to talk to you a little bit about working your business with in organic growth and intentional growth and kind of the difference. And so I'm going to share kind of two different areas of focusing on organic versus intentional, working with clients and working with coaches. But I actually have two coaches that I asked to join tonight. Hopefully Jean is able to spotlight them because she's the host, unless she made me a co-host, but okay, cool. So I asked a couple of coaches that really I know that they have experienced organic growth and also intentional growth. So I really wanted a chance for them to share, and then I'm going to do a little bit of extra training at the end. So first of all, I want to introduce Sherry Donovan, and she is definitely seen both, and I just think she has a lot of wisdom to share, and it's just going to be really exciting. So Sherry Donovan, let's hear from you.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Wait a minute. Oh,
you're good, Sherry. You're good.
Oh, thanks, Gina. Okay. Well, you know what, you all, I love how with Optavia, we use attractional marketing and everyone comes to us. So when you build your business and work your business with intentionality, it is so simple. So do you all believe that this is the best, most life-changing program either? It's changed my life in every way. Do you believe that? Well, don't keep it to yourself. Live out loud on Facebook and people will come to you. Now, some will come right away, some in a few weeks, some in a few months, and some in a year, but you have to be intentional with your posts and with building relationships. So after I launched my business initially with a sugar shot, I did have that organic growth that Debbie was talking about, but I knew I had to be intentional to keep it going. So this is what I did and continue to do to this day. And it's so important. Remember, do it every single day. Number one, I intentionally put positive, upbeat posts on my Facebook page. I want people to feel good and give people hope when they see my posts. You know, those inspirational quote, the healthy recipe, and those transformation stories. Number two, I intentionally post about my personal life with my family. So when you're out and about with your family, you want to post it on Facebook. Show them you have the time freedom. Show them that you are healthy to do all these fun things with your family, and people will be watching. Number three, I intentionally post weekly updates on my weight loss journey. When I first started, and I initially lost 20 pounds, then 30, 40, 50 pounds. People saw me melting away on Facebook, and I would put intentional posts every weekend, and now I put continual posts about my health journey. Number four, when you put those posts for everybody to see about your transformation, don't forget to say, I love this program, right? Why do we say that? Because what do you want to hear from people that are interacting with you? What program, right? But you have to say, I love this program. Otherwise, they'll assume that you starved yourself, worked out, and that's how you lost the weight. But you want them to ask. Number five, under each and every comment that people make, I make a comment and I thank them, or I just tell them, thank you so much, I'm feeling great, or I'll tell them, thanks, I'll send you a PM. That's always fun. Number six, I intentionally go live weekly. Because why? People can't tell what you're all about and who you are just from a still photo. You want to show them your fun side, something you're doing, something that is really going to be just quick and easy. Keep it short and sweet, but give people hope. Number seven, I intentionally change my profile picture every single month to either side by side or face to face. People will zoom in on that and they will actually comment and try to seek you out and see what you're doing. Number eight, I intentionally lock into my heart list, and I go back and comment, or I'll ask my friends that are on my heart, hey girl, how you doing? You're on my heart today. Expecting nothing in return. Just lock into your heart list and love on people. And number nine, I intentionally follow up. And not just once, hey, I followed up. They said, no, no, thank you. No, you have to be consistent with following up. It takes people several times. Now, don't be icky sauce about it. Just, follow up and say, hey, girl, you're on my heart. I just wanted to see how you're doing. If you leave that door open and the conversation, when they're ready, they'll come to you. So finally, it's not our job to make people do this or try to get them, just be a light in a very dark world. We have a solution to give them hope with no strings attached. Have that abundant mindset and people will be attracted to you. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Unmute myself. Okay, am I here? Awesome. Hey, Gina, next up, I'm trying to help Cindy Pounds learn how to raise her Zoom hand. I'm not sure if she figured it out, but I want to also, if you can find her. Oh, there she is. She would just raise her hand. Now, first of all, so thank you, Sherry. That was awesome. Such good practical tips that I think are things I've watched you do and seen the results. And you've definitely blown your business up. It's been crazy. Just looking at January to now is mind blowing what has happened. So it's really fun, but it's been because you've been very intentional. So that was so good. So next we're going to hear from Cindy Pounds, and that last name, who doesn't want that last name as a health coach? It's like, seriously, she was meant to be in this business. So Cindy, I would love to hear what you have to share.
Okay, thank you. Well, you're going to hear some things that are going to copycat Sherry, which is just a sign that that's what you need to be doing. But I want you to write intentional going down. And I'm going to start with the letter I, where you are going to immerse in Power Hour. This Power Hour is a game changer. Learning how the social media tips and tricks and learning how to engage. We don't want to be salesy. We are here to offer health and hope and some positive light in the world. And so jump on there either live at noon every day or just do the recording. That's okay too. You can find time to do that Power Hour. N is network with your clients. Did you know your clients during the health assessment can think of friends or family to do this program along with them? You could be starting 2 and 3 clients together at a time. I have clustered clients before where 2 or 3 have decided to do it together. So ask them, invite them to think of somebody to join in this journey with them. And then also I like to ask my clients almost weekly, who is noticing that you're melting away? Because again, they're going to have names of people that are going to be willing to set up a health assessment with you and talk about their journey. You can also challenge them to participate, your clients, in the face-to-face challenge. We want them to be engaged and put it out there and live out loud so other people can have health and hope. The T for intentional is think about your heart list. And Sherry spoke about that already, but think about who is on your heart list. Which Facebook friends or neighbors or relatives are just on your heart and you know they need this or would love this or would benefit from this life. Go to their Facebook pages and comment and just give them some love and private message them and ask how they're doing. It doesn't have to be anything about the program. Just let them know you're there. And this will allow them to see your posts coming up too. E is engagement posts. I love doing engagement posts because it's kind of a nice break from the positive quote and the transformation story and the recipe. So the engagement posts are fun because you can think of anything, but people, your Facebook friends, they cannot wait to give you their opinion or to recommend something. And so I have done it in this office. I actually took a picture of the paint samples that I wanted to know, what do you guys think? What color should I paint my office? Or what kind of flooring should I do? I even went to a furniture store and took pictures of 2 couches. Which couch should I get? So whatever you're doing in your life, think about a way to turn it into, how can I engage this with my friends on Facebook? I love doing engagement posts right before I do a personal post, like Sherry said. So think about your social media for the week. I like to do my personal posts every Sunday. And so I like to do the engagement posts like Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning and kind of get a little stuff going. The T, oh, I'm sorry, let's go to the N. N is need to post, comment, and follow up consistently. You need to be public. You need to be consistent. You need to be responding back to each comment, like Sherry said. The other thing, I want to share my favorite follow-up tip. Now, I haven't ran this by Debbie, but I'm sure it's okay. But my favorite follow-up tip is when I have friends that I've done health assessments with and we haven't connected or they haven't committed yet, if I see a recipe, as I'm doing our health assessment, I like to ask, what are some of your favorite vegetables? What are some of your favorite proteins? When I see a recipe, I'll just send them in private messenger a recipe and say, oh my gosh, I saw this and I thought of you. You like mushrooms, here you go. I just want to stay connected, and that is a natural, organic way to serve them. The T is the system. This system rocks. These girls worked hard on it, and we want to follow it. And the system allows you to get referrals and new coaches through those celebration calls. So celebration calls are key to our clients. They deserve that. There's no point in coaching them along if we don't get to celebrate them. The I is invest in your own health. If you're not healthy, you're not happy, you're not putting it out there, your business might be doing the same. So everybody get healthy, get happy, stay active, get into fat burn if you need to. And that allows you to feel more comfortable living out loud on Facebook as well, when you know that your health is in check. The O, optimize client check-ins. Client check-ins are phone calls. And I have to tell you, my clients, we love connecting on the phone each week. And I have gotten so many referrals from people on the phone and new coaches from these client check-ins. It's too easy to send a text saying, how you doing? And they say, fine, I'm okay. That's not the same. You need to hear their voice, you need to hear their struggles, you need to hear their celebrations, and connecting is the key. The N is nourish yourself. So we want to nourish yourself with your Habits of Health books, your life book. You have got to read these books, understand them. It will help you become more credible and more confident. So we want you to feel like you are the best coach that you can be. What I loved about the Habits of Health book is myself with Penny Schmidt, we did a Habits of Health book study. We did a book club with our clients, and we just invited them weekly on Zoom. It was an awesome way for us to connect. And then I could really see the potential in future coaches and more recommendations and referrals. The A is A to Z commenting. That's a no-brainer. And if you don't know what that is, ask your mentoring team or get on Power Hour. But to piggyback A to Z commenting, I want you to think about who you know. And I can post this page later for sake of time. But when you're brainstorming, who do you know that needs to lose 20 pounds? Who has a wedding coming up? Who has a class reunion coming up? Who likes to exercise? Who's an athlete? Who's going on vacation? All these people, if you can keep a running list of names, those are people that you're going to want to be connecting with and engaging with and making sure they see your posts. And then the L for intentional is go live on Facebook, just like Sherry said. So think of things like Gina says, think of things that you want to be known for, whether it's your health or your family, traveling, your worship, traveling, painting. You can go live and just share from your heart what you want to be known for. And that just allows people to kind of get into your world, and it guarantees that they're going to see your next posts as well. And one time I just went live on Power Hour, and it was about a devotion that I read that morning. And I had so many people comment saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I so needed to hear that. And so get over yourself. It's not about you. It's about everybody else. Thanks, Debbie.
Nope. Oh, there we are. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, you girls. That was there. I'm taking notes, and I'm the one who asked them to train. There's so much good stuff. And Karen Thorngren, put the notes in the chat. She put all the letters down. She's amazing. So thank you for doing that. That was awesome. And so what I want to share really quick is just a couple of kind of analogies to kind of put it together. If you know me, I always do analogies. For some reason, that helps my brain remember things and understand them. And you guys, Cindy and Sherry, both just have really been so much fun to watch your businesses grow. And I would say you both have kind of been, I'm going to first use the analogy of a crock pot and a microwave. And I've seen your businesses kind of in both. You know, there's been times where it was like microwave, just super fast growth. And then there were times where we kind of were in a crock pot for a little bit about some different things. But I personally, like, just imagine making a piece of chicken in a microwave, not so good, but a piece of chicken in a crock pot is completely different. So for those of you that maybe haven't seen super fast growth in your business, please take heart and don't be discouraged, because these intentional things that we're sharing are going to help you get there and going to help you do it. And so don't feel like it's not going to happen. It's just going to maybe take a little more time. When I heard Tia Wood one time share this quote, and it made so much sense to me. She said, "The power of this business is your circle of influence. You will either work for years building your influence, maybe in your other business, maybe your career, maybe your community, and then you step into coaching, or you step into coaching and then you start to work to build your sphere of influence." So we know that some people that jump into coaching and their businesses just go fast and blow up probably did spend a lot of time building trust and building relationships and, you know, connecting with people in their previous career or job or what they're currently doing. So they had a big sphere of influence. So of course they're going to experience pretty rapid growth at first. But everybody at some point in time has to kind of start working intentionally if they want to keep growing. That happened with our business. I was like, we got to a point, and I had done another business for 20 years, and I was like, pretty fast growth at the beginning, but then it kind of slowed down. And I was like, maybe I should take my own advice and start working really intentionally. And these tips that we're sharing are what we've learned from the system of our amazing mentors, and they work. And so I just want to encourage you, if you feel like you're in a crock pot, it's okay. Just keep plugging away, keep your foot on the gas, work daily, touch your business daily, and it will happen. And sometimes fast isn't always better. Sometimes really good seasoned, juicy stuff in the crock pot is really, really good. So another little analogy I want to share with you, you know, kind of looking at, well, actually, I'll get to that in a second. Looking at working with coaches and clients. So let's first talk about organically growing with clients and then intentionally growing with clients. So organically growing is kind of like you just post, you don't really have to do much. Organic is kind of natural. It just kind of happens. It doesn't take a lot of effort. And so for people that are working with clients or adding or awakening, whatever you want to call it, clients, a lot of times they just post a little bit on Facebook, live out loud a little bit. People ask them questions about the program and they start to add clients. Versus when you're working intentionally and you are being very deliberate in specific activities in your business, like Power Hour, adding friends, commenting A to Z, all those amazing tips that Cindy and Sherry just shared with you. Are those, you know, deliberate actions that you can do every day. And then when it comes to coaches, you know, working kind of organically with coaches is waiting for people to come to you, waiting for clients to come to you with maybe a friend who is, you know, asking them questions, or waiting for a client to come to you and maybe ask about, so what does this coaching thing all about? That you can do that, and you might add some coaches doing that. But if you could be intentional and really plant the seed, if you truly believe that you have a gift that is meant to be shared, you're going to want to be intentional about it. So sharing with people, like, I think in the first week that someone is, you know, even from the health assessment to that week 1 celebration call, you can drip coaching, you know, 5 or 6 different times. And I think you want to be thinking about what you say and how you say it. A lot of times they say drip coaching early and often. So it starts even on the health assessment. When you're on a health assessment with someone, I love to say, oh, I got to warn you about a couple side effects. After I've told them about this amazing program, I say, now there are a couple side effects, and they get really quiet. And I know they're just like, oh, yeah, here we go. Here's the catch. And then I say, you are going to start melting and people are going to start asking questions. So we'll talk about coaching when that happens. So I kind of want them to know, I believe this program is going to work for them. I want them to borrow my confidence for the program, but I also just dripped a little tiny seed in the back of their brain. And I plan on watering it several times that first week. So then we talk again on the time when they place their order. I might say again, okay, remember, you're going to start melting. People are going to start asking. So we're going to talk about that later. And then again at the kickoff call, okay, girl, you're going to have, or guy, you're going to have so much energy in about 4 days. People at work are going to be asking you, what are you doing? And, you know, we can chat about that when that happens. And then those day 1 to 4 calls during getting them into fat burn, just planting that seed, watering that seed. And then the best time to really water that seed is when you do your celebration call with your FIBC. That's where they're going to really, really water it. But I want you to remember, when you're talking to them throughout the week, this is a drip, not a fire hydrant. You're not just blasting them with a ton of, you know, overwhelming, scary information. You don't want to be creepy and weird about it. You want to just give them a little drip and just plant that seed, and then we'll kind of nurture it and water it as we go. The last little analogy that I want to share kind of goes along with that. So I like to, another little story is, think about like when you go to a wedding. Okay, so you go to a wedding, and every wedding has a cake lady, somebody sitting behind the table that is serving the cake to everyone. So she's standing behind the table, and everybody that comes up to the table, what is she going to do? She's going to offer them a piece of cake. That's her job. That is her job, is cut the cake and offer the cake to everyone. Now, none of us want to be perceived as pushy, right? I don't think any of us want to be perceived as pushy or salesy. That is so not what we even have to consider or worry about. That's just not what our business is. So we can just easily say, you know, when you're looking at a cake lady at the wedding and people are approaching her and she offers them the cake and they say yes, or maybe they say no. Well, if they said no, and then she followed them with the cake to their table and was like, well, this is, you know, really good. You really should try it. It's got the best frosting, and I cut this piece just for you, and I think you would love it. You really should just try this cake. Okay, now that's creepy and weird and over the top. And that is not the way you get people. That is not attraction marketing at all. So I think it's way more effective to, you know, kind of let people come to you, but to offer it, always offer it. And so the cake lady offers it to everyone. And if someone says no, she still offers it to the next person and the next person and the next person. She's not offended. She doesn't stop sharing. She keeps offering every single time. And but she doesn't creep people out. So don't be creepy and weird. You don't have to be. Think about the words that you use when you're sharing coaching. You know, as you're planting the seeds and people are kind of opening up their mind to it. Most people are started this program just to get healthy, so it's not even on their radar. And now you're kind of like, well, you know, if you say the words, are you interested in becoming a coach? To me, that is really forward and might be a little bit too aggressive. So if you said something as simple as, you know, are you open to exploring coaching? Are you open to looking at what this might look like for you? Are you open to partnering with me to help your friends who are asking questions? The word open, when you ask someone if they're open, nobody wants to be considered closed-minded. So right there, they're probably going to be in agreement. Yes, I'm open. And the word explore is not a commitment. It's very soft. So use soft words and kind of guide them. But we don't have to push. We don't ever have to push. We have a tremendous gift to offer people, and we just need to offer it to every single person and let them decide if it's for them. So in conclusion, I'm just going to say microwaves and crock pots both cook food, and fast isn't always better. But if you're intentional, your business will continue to grow, and you might be a microwave sometimes. Nobody likes a creepy cake lady, so you don't have to be like that, but do offer the gift to everyone. And you can sit and wait for things to happen in this business, or you can go out and make things happen with just a little bit of intentionality every day. And I just want you to dream about what could happen 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 6 months from now, with that persistent small activity that you do every day, that compound effect. It can't but grow. So thank you, Gina. That was all I wanted to share for tonight. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys so much. Thank you to Cindy. Thank you to Sherry. And thank you to Debbie for sharing. And guys, you know, you want to know on the health assessment, one of the easiest ways that I've found, one is to share, just like Debbie said, but a lot of times when I'm talking about they're going to have a health coach that's coming alongside of them, It's going to be their biggest cheerleader and keep them on. As a matter of fact, I literally say this, as a matter of fact, did you know many of our clients right out the gate decide that they want to get paid to get healthy? And so a lot of them choose to become health coaches, and they do this alongside their friends. They're getting paid to get healthy at the same time that they're helping their friends. So I don't know if that's you. I don't know if you'll ever fall into that place or not, but I just want to let you know that's an option. I can tell you for myself, I've been able to keep my weight off for 9.5 years because I got paid to get healthy, and I continue to get paid to stay healthy. It's an excellent insurance plan. Let me talk to you about the next, and I just go right in to the second step. Okay? It's just it's an obvious place to put it. And it's a simple way to put it, but it's not a pushy way to put it. It's like a, I call it a push-pull, right? Where it's like, I'm just putting this out there, but hey, you know, everybody else does it, but if you don't want to, that's okay. So people want to do what other people do. They also never thought that it was a possibility. And now you've just planted the seed, just like Debbie said. So guys, can you add that to the system? I always worry if it's personality driven. I've never, we'll see. I'll think about it. I hate changing the system not constantly. Y'all are like, every day, can you do this? Can you do that? We'll see. Anyways, I'm excited for you guys, and I'm excited for the growth that we are experiencing as an organization. You guys are so powerful, so amazing. We are impacting so many. Can I encourage you this last week of the month? Don't rest. Somebody's life is on the line today. Somebody's financial life is on the line. I did a call with a coach earlier today, and we were talking about how they were having to sell their house because one of their coaches is having to sell their house because they lost their job, and they had a little tiny business, and then they let it go for a little season, and I said, oh my gosh, pick up the phone. Call her, tell her what gift she has in her hand. Let her know. Find out how much her house payment is and how many clients she'd need to have, and help her find those clients. Get in there. You guys, you have coaches that are in that place. Maybe you're one of those coaches that is in that place. And I want to challenge you, meet with your fully integrated business coach. Let them know we are a family. We leave no man behind. If you need to create the income and you don't know how, then reach out to your business coach and say, help. Show me how. They may say the same things they're always saying to you, and you just haven't been willing to do those things. So don't hate the feeder, right? The person bringing the food. But on the same token, we are a family. You have the same gift I have. You know, I looked at Facebook memories today, and on Facebook memories today, last year, 1 year ago today, 2 of my best friends purchased their dream homes, both of which, you know, through this past 9.5 years have become health coaches, both of which didn't need Optavia. But Optavia desperately needed them. And you know what? In return, their lives have been forever changed. Forever changed. How many of your friends are in that same boat? Guys, we have an opportunity to change everybody's life. And you can organically hope that things will happen. Or you can be intentional. You can take the steps that both Sherry and Cindy laid out for you. You can understand this gift you hold in your hand is going to change someone in one of 3 ways. It's going to give them financial freedom. If they choose coaching, it is going to give them financial freedom. If they choose coaching, it's going to give them health in their body if they follow the plan, right? You follow the system, you follow the plan. But can I tell you, the true gift is the freedom in your time and the stress. Michelle shared earlier today, I was able to be fully present with my daughter in the hospital. and not worry about finances and not worry if I could get the time off and not worry about all the other things. It's the worry that wastes people's life away. And in one gift, you can change it all. So my challenge to all of you as you get off this Zoom is go give it away. Be the cake lady, only with something that actually will be helpful. Give it away. And if they're not ready, great. Give it to someone else and to someone else. And if they approach the table after everybody else has been eating cake, don't say, no, you already told me no. Offer it again. All right, that's your challenge, guys. Have an awesome week. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.